Have you ever heard a sound so unsettling it made your skin crawl? What if I told you that somewhere in the African wilderness there is a pack of hyenas whose laughter doesn't just unnerve you, it destroys your mind completely? This isn't your typical wildlife documentary. This is the story of the Kalahari Cacklers, a phenomenon that has baffled researchers and terrorized locals for decades. It started 3 years ago when Dr. Ann Hill, a behavioral zoologist, received reports of unusual hyena activity near a remote research station in Botswana. Locals described hearing laughter that came at impossible times, echoing through the night when no hyenas should be active. But here is where it gets disturbing. The laughter wasn't random. Witnesses reported it would begin exactly at sunset, continue for precisely 47 minutes, then abruptly stop every single night. Like clockwork, Dr. Hill dismissed it as folklore until she experienced it herself. On her first night at the station, she heard what she described as a chorus of madness that seemed to seep into my thoughts. The sound wasn't just audible, it was invasive, crawling through her consciousness like a living thing. The real terror began when visitors started arriving at the research station. Within hours of exposure to the laughter, they exhibited signs of severe psychological distress. Some reported hearing the cackling even when the hyenas were silent. Others became obsessively drawn to venture deeper into the wilderness, following phantom sounds that led nowhere. One researcher, Dr. Bill Webb, documented his experience before his condition deteriorated completely. He wrote, "The laughter follows me everywhere now. I hear it in my coffee cup, in the rustling leaves, in my own heartbeat. It is not just a sound anymore. It has become part of who I am." What makes this phenomenon truly chilling is the pattern. Every person exposed to the laughter for more than 3 consecutive nights loses the ability to distinguish between the actual hyena calls and auditory hallucinations. Their minds essentially become hijacked by the sound. Local tribal elders speak of ancient warnings about hyenas that learn to mimic human madness, but scientists struggle to find rational explanations. Some theorize that infrasound, frequencies below human hearing, might be affecting brain chemistry. Others suggested environmental toxins were causing mass hallucinations. Dr. Hill's final report, submitted just before she abandoned her research, contained a chilling observation. She noticed the hyenas weren't just laughing randomly. They seemed to be responding to human presence. The closer people got to their territory, the more intense and frequent the laughter became. The research station was evacuated after 7 people required psychological intervention. The area remains off limits to civilians, but locals report that the laughter continues every sunset, waiting for the next unsuspecting visitor. What is most unsettling is that recordings of the laughter have the same effect as hearing it live. Several audio files were destroyed after laboratory staff began exhibiting symptoms just from analyzing them. Today, the Kalahari Cacklers remain an unexplained mystery. Scientists debate whether this represents an evolutionary adaptation, supernatural phenomenon, or something far more sinister lurking in the African wilderness. The next time you hear laughter in the darkness, remember this story. Sometimes the most innocent sounds can hide the most terrifying truths.